This video is for educational purposes only and does not constitute professional medical advice. Please consult with your doctor or a qualified healthcare specialist before starting any new vitamins or supplements mentioned in this video. Use of this information is at your own risk. Your healthy supplements are a scam. And while you waste money, your leg arteries are literally turning to stone. Most people over 60 are just one silent blockage away from a life-altering disaster. If your legs feel heavy or cold, the clock is already ticking. Stop everything before your mobility vanishes forever. Imagine standing at the edge of a precipice, not because you chose to be there, but because your own body has led you to a terrifying threshold. For those of us over 60, there is a silent, invisible betrayal happening beneath the surface, deep within the tissues of our legs. You might feel it as a faint chill on a summer evening, a strange heaviness when you climb the stairs, or a numbing tingling that you dismiss as just another sign of getting older. But I am here to tell you that this is not just aging, it is a warning. If you continue to ignore the icy grip of poor circulation in your lower limbs, you are not just risking discomfort, you are inviting a catastrophic structural collapse. Imagine the moment your legs finally refuse to support you, leading to a sudden, violent fall, where the sound of a shattering bone becomes the last thing you hear before your independence vanishes forever. This is the brutal reality of neglected vascular health. A single fractured leg at this age can be the beginning of the end of the life you know. Welcome to EldraFit Nutrition. It's a pleasure to have you with us today. We are dedicated to uncovering the deep biological truths that help you maintain your strength and vitality. Before we dive into the mystery of how to rescue your circulation from the brink of failure, please take a moment to subscribe to our channel and turn on the notification bell. Your support is the heartbeat of this community, and it gives us the profound motivation to keep producing the life-changing research you need to stay strong and independent. The tragedy of the modern health world is that so many of you are already trying to help yourselves, yet you are failing. You have seen the shelves lined with countless bottles promising leg health or vein support, and perhaps you have spent hundreds of dollars on supplements that did absolutely nothing. It feels like a cruel deception. The truth is that most commercial products use microscopic doses, or worse, the wrong chemical forms of the nutrients your body actually craves. They mix in dozens of weak ingredients that look impressive on a label, but are biologically useless once they enter your bloodstream. Your body is a masterpiece of precision. It does not need a shotgun approach of random herbs. It requires a targeted, clinical strike. At 60, your biological landscape has shifted. Your blood vessels are no longer the flexible, wide-open highways they once were. They have become narrow, stiff, and restricted. Your blood itself has likely become thicker and more sluggish, struggling to fight gravity to move from your feet back to your heart. To fix this, you don't need more supplements. Basing your recovery on a dozen low-quality pills is like trying to put out a forest fire with a water pistol. You only need 3 specific nutrients, but they must be delivered with absolute precision. We are talking about the right form to ensure your cells actually recognize the nutrient, the right dose to trigger a physical change in your vessel walls, and the right timing to work in harmony with your body's natural rhythms. When these 3 pillars align, the leaden weight in your legs begins to lift. The warmth returns to your toes, and that haunting fear of a sudden collapse starts to fade. There is a way to turn back the clock on your circulation, but it requires looking past the marketing lies and embracing the cold, hard science of vascular restoration. Which of these best describes your current situation? A, my legs feel like leaden weights or are constantly cold, and I fear losing my mobility as I get older. B, I have tried many supplements for my legs, but I am frustrated because I haven't seen any real improvement yet. Please comment your answer, A or B, in the section below. Your response helps us understand your journey, and it lets the community know they are not alone in this struggle. Now that we have confronted the gravity of the situation and the silent betrayal happening within your limbs, we must turn our attention to the first and perhaps most powerful key to your recovery, niacin. In the world of nutrition, niacin, or vitamin B3, is often misunderstood and tragically underutilized. especially for those over the age of 60. To the uninformed, it is just another B vitamin, but for you, it is the master key that can unlock the literal gates of your vascular system. However, there is a catch, a hurdle where most people fail before they even begin. The effectiveness of niacin depends entirely on its form. If you walk into a store and reach for no-flush niacin, you are essentially choosing a path of comfort over a path of healing. Those non-flushing forms are designed to avoid the very sensation that indicates the nutrient is actually working. To rescue the circulation in your legs, you must use the specific, pure form known as nicotinic acid. Why is this flushing form so essential? To understand this, imagine the blood vessels in your legs as an old, stiff garden hose that has been left out in the sun for decades. Over time, the walls of the hose have become brittle, narrow, and clogged with debris. When you turn on the water, which is your blood, it struggles to push through the resistance. By the time it reaches the end of the hose, there is only a weak trickle. Your feet and calves are that parched patch of earth at the end of the line, slowly starving for the oxygen and nutrients that the blood is supposed to deliver. Nicotinic acid acts as a natural vasodilator. It does not simply pass through your system. It physically commands the smooth muscles surrounding your arteries and veins to relax and widen. It is the biological force that lifts the pressure off the hose. Even a microscopic expansion of these vessels reduces the workload on your heart and allows a surge of life-giving blood to reach the cold, heavy tissues of your lower legs. This physical expansion manifests in a phenomenon known as the flush. Within 20 minutes of taking the correct form of niacin, you will feel a wave of heat rising through your body. Your skin may turn a soft pink, and a tingling, prickly sensation will spread across your neck, arms, and eventually down toward your torso and legs. For someone who has never experienced it, this can be startling, but I want you to reframe your perspective. This sensation is not an allergic reaction. It is a victory lap for your circulation. It is the feeling of dormant capillaries being forced open for the first time in years. It is the sound of the doors being thrown wide. This warmth, which typically lasts 15 to 30 minutes, is a sign that the niacin is doing exactly what it was meant to do. However, a body that has been restricted for 60 years must be treated with respect. You do not rush a restoration project of this magnitude. To allow your vascular system to adapt, you must start with a gentle dose of 250 milligrams, always consumed with a meal. Taking it with food buffers the intensity, turning the flush into a manageable, warm embrace rather than an overwhelming rush. After 2 weeks, once your body has grown familiar with this new surge of energy, you can increase the dose to 500 milligrams. This patient, consistent approach ensures that the widening of your vessels is a steady, lasting change rather than a temporary shock. By choosing the right form and the right dose, you are finally giving your legs the freedom to move, to breathe, and to stay warm once again. But opening the vessels is only half the battle. If the walls of those vessels are brittle and rigid, they cannot respond to the life-giving flow we have just invited in. For those of us over 60, there is a silent, almost ghostly process happening within our arteries called calcification. This is the stiffening that makes every step feel like a chore. While we often think of calcium as a friend to our bones, it becomes a dangerous trespasser when it begins to settle into the soft tissue of our leg arteries. Over decades, this mineral buildup forms a hard, unyielding layer that robs your vessels of their natural ability to stretch and contract. When your arteries lose this elasticity, your legs begin to feel heavy, cold, and unresponsive, especially as they struggle to fight gravity to move blood upward from your feet. This is where the second pillar of our restoration plan comes in: vitamin K2, specifically in the MK7 form. It is vital to understand that vitamin K2 is not the same as the vitamin K1 found in your leafy greens. Think of MK7 as the master architect of mineral distribution in your body. Its primary role is to act as a biological GPS, guiding calcium away from where it causes harm and directing it back to where it belongs. Within the inner lining of your arteries, there is a specialized protein known as matrix GLA protein, or MGP. In many adults over 60, this protein is lying dormant, like a cleanup worker who has fallen asleep on the job. Without vitamin K2 to wake it up, MGP cannot function. Once activated by MK7, however, this protein begins to patrol the artery walls, physically latching onto calcium deposits and escorting them out. This process effectively softens your vessels, allowing them to regain the youthful flexibility required for efficient circulation. But the genius of vitamin K2 doesn't stop at the arteries. By redirecting that calcium, it feeds the very structure that supports your mobility, your bones. Your skeletal strength relies on a beautiful synergy between calcium and collagen. While calcium provides the hardness, collagen acts as the flexible scaffolding, a resilient mesh that prevents your bones from becoming brittle. When you combine MK7 with collagen and calcium, you are not just clearing your pipes, you are reinforcing your foundation. For the person who finds walking tiring or standing unstable, this transition is profound. To achieve this, a daily dose of 100 to 300 micrograms of MK7 is recommended. Because this nutrient is fat-soluble, it must be taken with a meal containing healthy fats, like a few nuts or a drizzle of olive oil, to ensure it reaches your bloodstream. By cleansing the lead from your arteries and returning it to your bones, you are ensuring that your legs are not just warmer and lighter, but also strong enough to carry you with confidence through the next decades of your life. Even as we widen the pathways and restore the flexibility of the vessel walls, there remains a final, invisible barrier to your recovery, the stability of the signal that tells your body to relax. In the intricate communication network of your cardiovascular system, there is a messenger molecule called nitric oxide. Think of it as the quiet voice of your arteries, whispering the instruction to loosen and expand whenever you move, stand, or walk. For those over 60, this voice often grows faint. Under the constant pressure of oxidative stress, nitric oxide is broken down almost as quickly as it is produced, leaving your blood vessels in a state of permanent defensive tension. This is why, despite your best efforts, your legs can still feel unresponsive and cold. The signal for freedom is simply not reaching its destination. This is where vitamin C reveals its true, heroic purpose. Beyond its reputation as a general immune booster, vitamin C acts as the primary guardian of your nitric oxide. It performs a dual role. It provides the raw materials necessary for the body to manufacture this messenger, and more importantly, it stands as a shield, preventing nitric oxide from being destroyed by free radicals. This protection is concentrated in the endothelium, the delicate, single-cell lining of your blood vessels. When this lining is healthy and shielded by vitamin C, it remains sensitive and responsive, allowing your legs to adapt instantly to the demands of your daily life. To achieve this level of vascular protection, you must look beyond standard ascorbic acid, which can be harsh on the digestive system and poorly absorbed. Instead, you should seek out buffered or liposomal forms of vitamin C. These advanced delivery systems ensure that the nutrient bypasses digestive distress and enters your bloodstream in meaningful concentrations. The strategy is simple yet profound. Take 1,000 milligrams once or twice daily, specifically in the morning or early afternoon. This timing is critical. Because higher doses can be mildly stimulating, taking it earlier in the day aligns with your body's peak hours of activity, providing your vessels with the highest level of support exactly when you are walking, climbing, or handling the stresses of the day. By stabilizing this internal signal, you are giving your vascular system the clarity it needs to remain open, relaxed, and ready to carry you forward with ease. We have journeyed through the science of these three powerful pillars, but the final secret to reclaiming your mobility is not found in a bottle. It is found in your own patience and persistence. Your body, after 6 decades of life, is a resilient masterpiece, but it is not a machine that can be repaired in an instant. The structural changes we are seeking, the widening of vessels, the meticulous removal of arterial calcium, and the stabilizing of vascular signals, require a steady, unwavering commitment. This is why I ask you to embrace a 90-day roadmap. This 3-month window is the biological threshold required for your cells to turn over, for your arterial walls to regain their suppleness, and for your nervous system to adapt to the renewed warmth in your feet. Healing is not a sudden event. It is a quiet, daily transformation that rewards the disciplined. However, as we pursue this path of restoration, We must do so with wisdom and profound respect for your unique health history. These nutrients are potent biological tools, not mere suggestions. They are designed to work in harmony with your body, but they do not replace the expertise of your medical team. If you are managing heart disease, navigating the complexities of diabetes, or taking blood-thinning medications, a brief but vital conversation with your doctor or pharmacist is essential. Your safety is the foundation upon which your strength is built. We want you to feel the lightness in your step and the warmth in your toes, but we want you to reach that destination with total peace of mind. True vitality at 60 and beyond is a symphony of the right nutrients paired with intentional movement. I encourage you to use the energy provided by these vitamins to engage in gentle, daily leg exercises, creating a powerful synergy that pushes circulation even further. If you found this guidance meaningful, please hit the like button and subscribe to ElderFit Nutrition to join our community of strength. Your support allows us to continue bringing you deep, research-driven insights. Don't forget to turn on the notification bell, and I look forward to reading your thoughts in the comments below. Stay consistent, stay safe, and I will see you in the next video as we continue to rebuild your vitality together. As we bring these elements together, it becomes clear that rescuing your circulation is not about searching for a single miracle ingredient, but about implementing a calculated, three-pronged strategy that respects the complexity of the human body. We have explored how flushing niacin acts as the physical force that reopens the narrow gates of your vascular system, providing that immediate surge of warmth and oxygen. We have seen how vitamin K2-MK7 serves as the intelligent guide, meticulously removing the calcified obstructions from your arterial walls to restore the suppleness of youth. And finally, we have understood how vitamin C stands as the silent guardian, protecting the delicate chemical signals that allow your vessels to relax and adapt to every step you take. This is the philosophy we uphold at ElderFit Nutrition, moving beyond the marketing noise of the supplement industry to focus on the biological imperatives of the human body over 60. When you align the right forms, the right doses, and the right timing, you are not just treating a symptom. You are restoring an entire system that has been under strain for decades. It is a transition from a state of cold restriction to a state of vibrant flow, allowing you to reclaim the independence that comes with strong, reliable legs. The deep underlying lesson to be drawn from this journey is that aging does not have to mean a slow surrender to physical decline. We often accept heaviness, coldness, and frailty as inevitable, but the science of vascular health teaches us that these are often just the language of a body crying out for specific structural support. The profound truth is that your body remains an incredibly resilient and adaptive vessel, even at 60 and beyond, provided you give it the precise tools it needs to maintain its internal harmony. Knowledge, paired with the courage to try a new approach, is your most potent defense against the limitations of age. To apply this to your life today, begin by shifting your mindset from management to restoration. Start by auditing your current supplement cabinet and asking if those products are actually producing a biological change or if they're simply offering the comfort of a no-flush placebo. Commit to the 90-day roadmap we discussed. Start small with your niacin, be consistent with your K2 and vitamin C, and most importantly, listen to your body's signals. Use the newfound warmth in your legs as an invitation to move more, to walk, to climb, and to engage with the world with a sense of renewed safety. Your health is an active investment, and today is the day you begin to see the dividends in every step you take. Before we go, I would love to hear your perspective. Which of these three nutrients sounds most intriguing or new to you in your journey to better health? A. Flushing niacin, the heat and expansion. B. Vitamin K2-MK7, the artery cleaning and bone strength. C. Buffered vitamin C, the protection of the relaxation signal. Please comment your choice, A, B, or C, in the section below so we can all learn from each other's interests and experiences. If you found this synthesis helpful, please subscribe to ElderFit Nutrition and join our mission to redefine what it means to be strong and healthy over 60. Your support motivates us to keep digging deeper into the science of vitality. Thank you for watching, and stay strong.